Hello game gamers, welcome back to the Board Game Captain. I am here at Gen Con 2021. I am here with Matt, who operates Indie Game Alliance. Indie Game Alliance is an organization that helps to connect publishers with indie game designers. Hey Matt, how you doing?
Great. Yourself?
I'm very good.
Fabulous.
So tell me, first of all, just because the viewers might not know Indie Game Alliance, what does Indie Game Alliance do?
So we're a guild of indie publishers, ranging from folks working on their first design all the way up to people that do $250,000 Kickstarters.
Wow.
And what we try to do here is just any way we can. Think about what a guild is, in that it's here to help tradesmen do a better job of what their craft is. So every single aspect of publishing, from manufacturing to just tips and tricks and pro tips of how to do things, development and playtesting and sales, marketing, all these things that are challenging for smaller publishers to do because you don't have the experience or the resources. We're here to basically provide a guiding hand and just a little bit of help to make things just a little bit easier absolutely anywhere we can.
All right, so that's a lot of great services for a publisher, but what can you do for a designer? Let's say one of our people in the audience is a designer. They have yet to publish their first game, but they're looking to get hooked up with an indie publisher to publish their first game. What could you do for them?
So some of the things, first off, we have a huge network of volunteers that can actually help play test your game, whether it be in a physical environment or on something like Tabletop Simulator, to help you work out the kinks and send you some feedback about the game. Once you decide you think the game is ready for publication, you can start having consultations with me or with our other experts to talk about development, cleaning up the rule book, all this kind of stuff to get it really ready to go. Then we need to have a conversation about, do you want to take the game to Kickstarter, at which point all of our publishing services kick in, or do you want us to help you find a publisher to then partner with, and then we'll help the publisher do all that stuff instead.
So now, if someone watching this video is an independent designer or an independent publisher, how could they avail themselves of your services?
So it's super easy. Go to indiegamealliance.com. There's a Join Now button in the upper right.
Okay.
The most complicated question on it is your address. Most people can get that okay. And once you get that figured out, you'll just tell us, are you a designer? Are you a publisher? Are you both? Are you? We have a lot of people that have other roles as well. They'll say, I'm a freelance artist that helps out with people.
Okay.
Or I do game translations, or I make videos. And you can sign up as a freelancer, and likewise, as a publisher, if you need an artist or a graphic designer or somebody who can translate your rules into French, you can go on our website and find somebody that's been rated by other publishers in our network.
Very cool. So, all right, so now you said also, and this is something I didn't know, artists could avail themselves, so artists can sign up to get hooked up to get commissions on doing art for a game on your site?
Correct. Our website currently has a sort of a, you can think of it a little bit like DeviantArt, in the sense that it's like, here's my portfolio, here's the games I've worked on, here's the style I do, and then other IGA member publishers can come and say, I rate this guy, I've worked with this person, this person, or this whoever, and they can say, I give this person a 5 for their price, they did a great job on price, maybe communication wasn't so good, or whatever else, and other designers and other publishers can then use that information to select an artist that is going to match the style they're looking for, but also is going to meet their business requirements in terms of speed and quality and price.
So now, all right, so you help people get set up with play testing, you help people get set up with a lot of different services and a lot of different just making things happen, but also you're a matchmaker. You get a publisher with a designer and an artist with a designer or a publisher. So I have to imagine you guys take some sort of commission fee on that, no?
Not at all, no.
None?
None. We have, if you're a designer, we have a plan called IGA Lite, which is $10 a month. It's cheaper than Netflix.
Okay.
That you can be a member of, that avails you of all of the designer services.
Okay.
At the end of the day, we're going to have a conversation and we're going to decide together, do we think this game needs to find a publisher or become a publisher?
Okay.
If we find a publisher, then that's all you need. We'll work with you on that. We don't function as an agent. We sort of just make good introductions.
Wow.
And then if you decide to go full-on publisher, we have the IGA Pro plan, which is $25 a month all in. And that includes our convention services, our playtesting, everything the designers get, plus the discount program and a variety of other stuff, and it's all included. Like I said, we're a membership organization. We're not here to sell services. We're here to be an organization that fosters success for indie creators. And absolutely any way that we can make that available to people, we want to do so. And we want to make sure that we do it at a price that's actually affordable by the people who are of the size that they actually need the help.
Fair enough. Now, I see you guys at Gen Con every year. Well, except last year, of course. But, quick question. How did you get started with this? I mean, I'm sure people are curious.
So, back in 2014, I reached out to Brotherwise Games, the folks that make Boss Monster being chief among them.
Yes.
And I said, I would like to join your demo program for Boss Monster. They said, we don't have one. I said, great, then I'd like to start your program for Boss Monster.
Okay.
So I was an employee of Brotherwise for 4 whole days. And in that time, what we discovered was it was going to be very hard for us to recruit volunteers because the only game we had to give them as a reward for having demoed Boss Monster was another copy of Boss Monster. It was the only game they had. So we talked about it and we decided if we could get a couple of different companies to pitch in such that you could demo Company A's game and earn Company B's, and then demo Company B's to earn Company C's, that all these companies could pool their resources to build a demo team that would work for all of them. Johnny and Chris O'Neill at Brotherwise told me, if you can get 5 members, we think this is going to be a hit. We are currently at over 1,600.
Oh, wow. You have 1,600 members to your guild.
I always hate to quote the number in the video because by the time it's edited, it's higher. Right now, it's over 1,630 members.
Wow. Okay, so I guess the idea is we, the game industry, the gaming community, are stronger together.
Exactly. The old expression, a rising tide raises all boats. Every time Publisher 1 has a great Kickstarter and it does well and gets good press, it makes it easier for the next guy to do a good Kickstarter. It builds confidence in this industry and what we do. It makes sure that every time we help a publisher avoid a pitfall that might result in a Kickstarter not successfully funding or successfully delivering once it's been funded. Make sure that a publisher uses a reputable manufacturer and can do so affordably so that the game is of a decent quality when the player gets it. All of these things build a communal confidence in our industry and in the ability for people who are not Asmodee and Hasbro to still deliver a game you want to buy and play.
FYI, I'm going to have a link to their website in the description down below if you would like to avail yourselves of their service, if you would like to join the Alliance. Link in the description down below for you guys to check that out. All right, so we covered a lot of ground, but is there anything I didn't ask that you would like to talk about? Anything you'd like to tell the people watching this video? Anything else about Indie Game Alliance?
Sure. So one of the most important things that I like to talk about whenever we talk about the Alliance, our clients are the publishers and the designers, but the engine that makes our system go is our volunteers. We have over 1,000 demo volunteers that are active on all 7 continents, including Antarctica, that will go out and demo and teach these games. So a designer in Texas can get a demo tomorrow in France because there's a volunteer there ready to go. But that only works if we have more and more people joining our volunteer network where they can immediately demo the hundreds of games that are from indie publishers all around the world that they probably already have on their shelves today. You can sign up as a volunteer today and be earning free games by tomorrow.
Okay, how do they sign up to be a volunteer?
Same exact thing, indiegamealliance.com/join, or the little join now button in the corner, and it'll ask you, what are you looking to do with IGA? And one of the options is, I want to be a designer or a publisher, but there's also one for, I want to volunteer to teach people games.
Okay, so now, I'm just going to back up a little bit to the part where you talked about the fact that you have people in your volunteer program in Antarctica. You can't say something like that and me not ask about it. You have people in Antarctica? What?
Well, we had the other 6 continents.
Okay.
And then I finally got to a point where I went on Reddit and I found an Antarctica group of scientists, and I was like, somebody down there's got to play board games. Because what else are you going to do? Go outside? It's Antarctica. And I found two guys who live part of the year in Australia and part of the year in Antarctica.
So they're from an Australian science team there?
I guess.
Okay.
I mean, that seems kind of jarring to spend half the year in the outback and the other half in Antarctica, but hey.
Wow. Big shout out to people in Antarctica if you're watching.
So if you're at McMurdo Air Force Base right now and you're looking for some games to play, we'll find the guy's name and hook you up.
That's pretty awesome. Well, thank you so much for taking the time out at the con to talk to us and to tell people, because you know what? I'm sure plenty of people who watch are aspiring game designers. I mean, everybody who plays a ton of games probably feels like they've got one design in them. And you know what? Also, I know for a fact that some publishers watch my channel. So if you guys are watching this and you're a publisher, you're a designer, you're an artist, you want to volunteer, you want to play test games, check this out. Link in the description down below on how you can get involved, how you can avail yourself of the services of Indie Game Alliance, no matter who you are, because anyone can do this. So thank you so much, man.
That was great. Likewise, take care.
Game on.